Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I am Twinkle Quatra from IME Law College and currently a legal intern at Lexis and Company. And the topic that I'm going to start today is, does India really needs a two-child policy? So we all know that overpopulation has been a really big problem in our country, and due to this, other problems like unemployment, economic destructions have been increased day by day. So, to overcome this problem, the state of Uttar Pradesh has come forward and stated the population control bill, in which they have stated that if someone will not follow the stated legislation, they will be barred from contesting local bodies election, government jobs, government subsidies, and government schemes. So the question arises, does India really needs a two-child policy or not? So this kind of law will surely impact sex selective and unsafe abortion and then a further skew in India's sex ratio. And people will surely give preference to male child and not female child, and they will like to abort that female child. And we can also take the example from China that have recently relaxed their two child policy because they have a fear that their older population is increasing day by day and their economic growth is decreasing. And not only China, other European countries are also facing the same problem. That is why Japan encourage younger population from other countries so that that population can earn in their country and they can sustain their older population. It is strange to know, but underpopulation is also a big problem in many countries, as if there will be older population, they will ask for pension as to sustain their life and for their livelihood, and they will not contribute anything in the society, right? And the younger population will have to work more so that they can sustain their older population, and this will create imbalancement. And if we will see that underpopulation is economic problem only because our economy is designed in such way, but if we will see in another aspects like resources and environment, then underpopulation is a good thing, because if there will be less population, our environment will be preserved in better way. And also another historic track is present in our country, like during the time of Indira Gandhi government, that is from 1975 to 1977, there were forced sterilization of 11 million people in that 2 years, and especially the poor section were sterilized forcefully. And you might be thinking that if 11 million people were stopped from reproducing, then there must be a control in population. But the fact is that there were no control in population, and the population was increasing at the same pace at that time also. So if the forced population control measures are not working and there are negative impact, then what is the solution? So in which way we can control our population? So the answer is that it is very simple, that the government should focus on healthcare, education and economy rather than this kind of population control, or we can say a forced population draft. We can see that there is a direct relationship between the fertility rate and between the literacy rate. For example, Kerala is having a highest literacy rate, and their fertility rate is low. And similarly, Bihar has highest fertility rate and their literacy rate is low. So we can see that there is a direct relationship in fertility rate and literacy rate. And in the same way, there is a direct relationship between the per capita income and fertility rate. If the per capita income will be more, then fertility rate will be less. So we can see that if people will earn more, or if people will be more educated, then they will produce less human beings, and the population will be controlled, or could be controlled in this way. But sadly, these facts cannot be seen by the politician in India, because it is tough task to ensure the economic development and improve education and health facility. That is why they blame one single community, especially Muslim, for the overpopulation. As you can see that according to the survey of National Family Health, the population of Muslims were 4.4, Hindus were 3.3, and of Christian was 2.9, and that six was 2.4. And till 2015, this graph have been decreased, and the population was decreased by all the religions separately. And you might be thinking that Christians and Sikhs are producing less children than Hindu and Muslim, but this is the fact that because the socio-economic factors are good That is why they are producing less children, because six community live in Punjab, and Punjab is a well developed state, and its economic development is very nice in comparison to another states in India. That is why they are producing less children. And on the other hand, if we will see that states like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, they have less literacy rate. That's why that is the reason people are producing more, and in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, the majority is of Hindu and Muslims only, and not of Sikhs and Christians. That is the reason. And Punjab is a well developed state, and this is the reason that they lowers the average of population, and Uttar Pradesh doesn't lowers the average of population, and pushes the population upward, because it is not well developed. And yes, it is true that some religion have increased fertility rate from history, but this could be due to culture or economic factors. But the important thing is that if there will be development, the fertility rate will come down by on its own. And in other words, we can say that if there will be development in economy, education, healthcare, then every religion will control its fertility rate by its own, right? And moreover, 2.1 fertility rate is called the replacement fertility rate, and if any state will achieve that rate, then the population will be stable, and if any state will be less than that, the 2.1, then the population will start declining. And it is interesting to know that as of 2013, every state have reached this fertility rate, and some experts says that in 2050-60, the population of India will be start declining. So what do you think, that two child population draft that has been proposed by Uttar Pradesh is necessary or not? Or if there will be that draft, then what will be the negative consequences of that draft? And according to me, there is no need of two child policy, as this two child policy will have counter effect as well. And if there will be a rapid increase in education facility and healthcare facility, then states like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh will have more economic development, and they will surely produce more children. And I was talking about the counter effect. Let's just take an example. Like for example, there is a poor man, and that man is having more than 3 children, and then the government will exclude him from the government scheme and subsidies. Then how will he develop, and how will he work, or how will he achieve his livelihood? He will not be able to develop himself, and he will remain poor only. So this policy will have counter effect. The poor will remain poor only, but if there will be economic and social development, then the people will automatically will not produce more children. So that is it for the video, and I hope you liked it. And please tell me in the comment section what do you think about this policy, and keep liking, keep sharing, and subscribe to our channel.